On episode 22, featuring special guest Cody Munzert, we've got an NPC quick list. We talk games we could or couldn't beat. We have a music discussion, and we play a guessing game. Sit back and relax, because here comes episode 22.
Activating Dragon Power Protocol in 3, 2, 1. Initializing host sequence. Player 1. Select your host. Brian.
Solid choice. Let's fire it up.
Player 2. Select your host. Connor.
Oh, yeah!
Host sequence complete. Stand by for podcast.
Dragon Power!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Ooh, making a musical today.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm in a musical mood. I've been singing all day.
Good. Today's musical episode is brought to you by Judy Garland.
The letter G.
Yes.
The
letter G for Goody
Judy Garland. Goody Garland.
Gross. I'm so glad her name isn't Goody Garland. That's not good for anyone.
I really like that Goody just isn't a name in
Goody
general.
is a gross name. We apologize to any of our fans named Goody. If you're Goody out there, then we're sorry.
Specifically Goody Garland, I'm sorry.
Goody Garland. Goody Smith is fine, but Goody Garland is
just
no
Garland.
good.
I don't like you.
Welcome to episode 22. Best podcast on the internet.
Yes.
Dragon Power Podcast, featuring me, Brian, and my lovely friend Connor.
Oh, I thought you were going to say assistant, but...
You're not my assistant.
Oh, I am your friend.
You're co-host.
I'm your friend?
We are 50-50.
Yes.
Speaking
Connor.
of 50-50 in equations, today's a special episode.
Yes. We have a guest on.
Who is that, Connor?
Who's that pokey guest? It's Cody.
It's
hey, Cody.
Cody Munzert.
Hello.
That was good. Hello.
That was honestly the greatest intro ever. Like,
Yeah.
if I can just get a "Who's that Pokemon" for every time I walk it through a door.
Yeah. Who's that
For the rest of my
Pokemon?
Who's that Cody Mon?
For real.
There you go.
That's great. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah,
our
dude.
pleasure. We've been wanting to have you on for a while, but you have work.
I know.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
As it goes.
Responsibility.
Anywho, yeah, so today will be fun. Cody, I've mentioned him on the podcast before, but he is not only our good friend, but he is also the keyboard player in my band, in our band.
Yeah, we
it's
play-
not mine. I apologize for claiming that.
We play Rock Band a lot.
I did put it in
Keyboard.
put a flag in it, so
Yeah.
I claimed the band for Britain.
It's got a big,
For Britain?
For Britain,
it's got a big Brian face on it.
and it just flaps in the wind. My face, not the flag.
Ooh. What?
Anyway, so here's what we're going to do today with Cody and all the action-packed goodness we've got planned. We're going to go straight into what we normally go into, and we're going to start with our beautiful bearded guest, Cody. Cody, what did you do this week?
I'm beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
This
If
was-
you shave your beard, that goes away.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. The mustache is gonna just cover everything eventually. I have to trim it.
Nah, man.
This was a busy week for me. I'm a sound engineer in the city, so I think I spent probably 5 or 6 of the days this week working like 12 or 14-hour days.
Good
It was
Lord.
pretty crazy.
Brutality.
It's getting busy, and next week is CMA Fest.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wow,
in the
it
city,
is.
so it's gonna be even worse.
Oh, I work directly in the middle of downtown.
You're screwed.
Last year,
You're
oh my
screwed.
gosh.
Just walk, dude.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Uber to work.
Yeah.
For real.
Everybody who thinks they've ever been related to a cowboy in the distant past shows up and is like, my roots! And then,
My roots.
so, dude, Nashville turns into almost a cartoon
Yeah.
of cowboy tomfoolery during the CMA week.
For real.
Oh,
I'm glad I don't actually live in Nashville.
I know, you're lucky. You live south of
Yeah.
Nashville.
It's still gonna be
in
busy though.
Rich
'cause-
Peopleville,
Yeah. No.
where the streets are paved with gold.
Paved with gold and
And-
children's
Sorry,
tears.
what else did you do?
Golden
this week?
bricked road.
What else did you do this week,
Nolensville.
Cody?
In the middle of the week, I guess Tuesday, not really the complete center, but I moved on Tuesday.
Whoa!
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
It was nuts because I had decided to do it, but I wasn't bent on when it was happening.
I gotcha.
And then I guess a week ago, exactly, I found a place very close to here, actually.
Awesome.
It's a house,
Right next door.
3-bedroom, got 2 really cool roommates, both of them musicians.
Perfect.
And so I literally moved everything on Tuesday,
Nice.
and then I still just have boxes piled in my room because then I've been working the rest of the
You're
week. So
I'm not doing this right now.
yeah,
Sleeping on boxes.
so the move happened, but
But you're
still
closer
in,
to here now.
Yeah, I'm probably like 7 minutes away.
Nice.
It's legit.
Tusculum, if you know.
There ain't even
way
no reason why you can't
Yeah.
get hangover.
As I'd be like, there's no reason for you to be late anymore. So.
Yeah.
And oh,
But different reasons.
Oh, breaking the fourth wall,
Ba-bing,
baby.
Anyway.
ba-bing.
I love you, Cody.
The beautiful thing about it, and I didn't realize this about the city, I had drove up Nolensville into the city before from where I lived, and it was about a 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I take the interstate up, and it's about an 18-minute drive.
So
I'm further away from the city, but just about the same distance to get to my job. So
That's
it's
hilarious.
pretty fantastic.
It's a good trade-off.
In the video game realm, I've got a couple games I'm working on right now. I just started, and I've never played it before, and don't hit me, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah!
It's a good game.
We don't hate people for games they don't play.
Nah, dude. It's
When people say
it's like
I've never
ignorance.
played blah, my first reaction is, "Yay!
Right.
You get to experience
Right.
it for
Yeah.
the first time."
Yeah, dude.
That's very true.
I'm still catching up on games from like the PS2 era, so like it's
the list
I feel
goes
like
on.
I feel like if you're not catching up on games, then you're not a
gamer.
true gamer.
so it was old. So
or
I
you're
never
the
played it.
ultimate gamer.
Or yeah, but that's only if you've played them all.
Okay.
Okay.
Only.
Oh yeah. Then
you
you
gonna
never
get
have
there
to go
first?
back. Yeah.
Then yeah,
You
exactly.
have to be like
Beat a game once, throw it away.
You have
burn
to have played that weird like 2-player game that was made in the 50s, and then like you work your way up from there.
I
you go.
read an article about the generations of
Mhm.
consoles. Apparently, there's 8 generations. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one, I was like, "What are any of these?" I don't even know what this first generation
Just
is.
pieces of wood with cords coming out of them. That's all they were.
You just plug it in, and there's like a little surge on the screen.
I
Like,
still,
"Ah!"
I still have the
there it
wiki
is.
page up on my computer because I'm like, I gotta learn everything about these consoles now.
I'm the blue light bulb. I'm the red light bulb. I press my button and it lights up, sorta.
And if you press the wrong one, it electrocutes you. That's the video game. It's like the rat game.
Better guess right.
Oh man, that would be such a cool console.
I'd play it.
Let's do it.
I'd do it. We can
Awesome.
we can make that. Come on.
I know, easily. So is what else, man? Anything else?
Yeah, I'm still working on Assassin's Creed 4.
Okay.
Nice.
Black Flag is so
Black
good.
Flag.
That's probably my favorite.
When
in
I
all
started
honesty.
playing it, I was like, this is a excellent step up from 3.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent step up from Assassin's Creed.
True.
And then they
Like
stepped
the
back
whole
down.
thing was just well made. But once I got to the 40% mark, and I'm 100%ing the game.
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
It's good enough that I'm just gonna do it all. I think I'm at 70. But once I got to 40, and the plot started opening up and everything,
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't appreciate the game until then, and now I'm just loving it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's just so much good stuff in that game.
Yeah.
And it's like a brilliant character depiction of a pirate.
Oh yeah.
That's the beauty part of it, is they got rid of the silly present day or future technically animus nonsense.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were just like, hey, you work at this building, go be a pirate
Yeah.
and bring back your findings.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, be a pirate? All
He's,
right.
he's still technically related to Desmond, but I
Sure,
think they
true.
dropped that, and then I haven't played any game since 4, but I think they dropped that. I think you're literally just making video games now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a good step because, I mean, I didn't even play to the end of 3, to be honest, because I was
Sure.
so frustrated with it. So I don't know how that plot ended, but
It's whatever. I mean,
I think the world was ending or something. So if it ended, let's just start a new timeline and
Yeah.
continue from there. I'm okay with that.
I just
wipe
love
the
the fact
board.
that they were just like, all right, so Italy, Europe, really serious content. Do you want to just be pirates for the next
Yes.
one? All right, no, we'll go back to being serious after this one, but can we please just be pirates for this one? And the guy with a ponytail and a stogie was just like, yeah, okay.
All right.
Just this one time, though.
You gotta go back to the French Revolution after this one, though.
It's like, we will. We just want to be pirates.
A grumpy old historian sitting in a chair that they have to ask permission from, like he's a grandfather.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
like,
Ubisoft
please.
man.
Wow.
Mr. Ubisoft.
Mr. Ubi man.
The Ubi man.
Hans Ubisoft.
Hans Ubisoft. And then
Awesome.
you still haven't done ninjas.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
I
so
will
awesome. Feudal Japan would be amazing.
I would be salty about that till the day I die, or it comes out. Either one.
Yeah.
Your choice, Ubi.
Awesome. So, who wants to go next?
Are you finished?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my 2 games I'm working on right
Cool.
now.
Those are 2 good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really happy with.
Those will keep you busy for a while,
For sure.
especially Luigi's Mansion.
I love that game.
I'll go.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
just butt in.
Yeah.
So, first off, I play D&D every once in a while.
Sure.
I get a crew up. I played D&D this week. I just want to drop that in there because I don't think I've ever really talked
You
about
better
it.
text me.
Dude, I
next time
haven't
you're
played
doing
D&D in forever.
It's fun.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've got I've got several friends who play D&D, and nobody invites me.
What? Just get all your friends to play D&D together, and we'll all play.
Nobody invites
I'm in.
me.
And we'll teach him.
I'm in.
Well, you lead the pack.
Cool. I'm in.
I'm playing a sick paladin named Irving. He's basically Guts, but anyway.
You make Guts in everything.
He's Guts cross the Punisher, so it's like
If you could, you would make Guts your Pokemon trainer.
exactly.
Wow.
No,
I can't see
well,
Guts
it's
throwing
like,
a Pokeball.
No, he doesn't have enough personality to be Pokemon. Because but like in any game where I can fight. Like anyway. So I had the pleasure of showing my sister the first Terminator this week.
Nice.
Wow.
How did she like it?
She loved it, and she was like, "Can we watch the second one?" I was like, "Yeah."
You're like, yes, you may.
That's my
because
favorite.
Yes.
movie.
It's the best.
That
2 is great.
It's so good. And I didn't watch 2 with her, but first one she was like, "That's awesome." I had to explain like, "All right, this is who John Connor is, and this is who all right." And it's really cool watching her see like the twist of Kyle Reese and like the actual Terminator. Like, oh, which one is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, is Kyle a bad guy? No, he's not. Oh, spoiler alert for that 32-year-old movie.
I know.
But yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
But that's awesome.
And then so hopefully I can continue this streak. Be like, you want to see Aliens or like some other cool movie? I play a little bit of Doom, not much. This is at like Sunday.
Sure.
Didn't do much of that. I played so much Minecraft.
Nice.
Yes.
I haven't touched Minecraft in like years. It's been like 2 years.
Wow.
You have it on
and
PC?
I have it on Xbox 360.
Okay.
Oh man.
Because I used to play with my my high school buddies, and like I just have this world I work in every once in a while. Other than that, I played FF7 a little bit more.
Cool.
Just finished through Tai.
Nice. Isn't that a cool little side story?
It's really good. Like
Yeah.
it's just a side story. It's really good.
It definitely makes Yuffie a little more likable and relatable.
Yeah, it's because she was kind of bland until you get to that point.
Well,
You're
she's just kind of a punk.
oh, like angsty teenager. Like okay,
Yeah.
but now you're like, oh, this is okay. That's cool.
It's like, I want your materia, and you're like, shut up, you.
And then Don Corneo's theme is like the best theme in the game. It's like dun, ba, ba, dun. It's really good. And then I bought Overwatch.
Yes.
I caved, and that game is it's the console version of a mobile game. I believe is the way where it's just like so addicting, and you're like,
Oh,
I
I
can't. Yeah, not like. And then you can.
It's like not as far as quality. 'cause
Not
that
like,
game is
oh no,
10.
that game's amazing. But like even Blizzard, even Hearthstone is like it's same standard.
That makes sense.
But it's like that game is amazing.
Yes.
I'm playing right now. I can't really say I main a character because I just want to play everyone. Be like, oh, I'll play Genji. No, I want to play the sick. I want to play the sick cowboy man. Like, no, I'll be Reinhardt. Have like a 6 shield. But no, I'll play healer this round because I do need a healer. Like, oh, I'll be a sniper. It's like I just want to play everyone. But
Gotcha.
I keep really wanting to be good with Genji.
Nice. Cousin Ninja. Yeah.
Because he's a ninja, and it's like I just imagine him being Raiden, and I'm like, yeah.
You're so funny.
So Raiden and McCree, I think, are my 2 favorites right now.
How many playable characters are there?
21.
21.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
there's
Like heroes, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're separated into 4 categories. There's like there's like damage dealers.
offense.
There's
yeah.
support. There's tanks and there's healers.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like offense is like Glass Cannon, where it's like you can do a lot of damage, but you can die really quickly. Defense is like you're more tethered to like long range, or like they're more strategy based. Like there's like the turret builder in that one.
Right.
Tank is like you just have a whole bunch of health, but maybe your DPS isn't that high. You're pretty much just like sitting on the objective. And then support is like your healers and like your debuffs and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
awesome.
It's super fun. It plays like a first person Dota. In all honesty, like
Yeah, yeah.
You have skills and whatnot.
It's basically like just take Team Fortress 2 and make it way better.
Yeah. And it's like Genji.
Don't tell me it's like Dota.
And-
No, it's
It-
like Team Fortress 2.
It's like Team Fortress 2.
It's exactly
but
like Team
with-
Fortress 2.
I like
with
both
MOBA.
of those games.
Yeah.
You guys are selling me on
You
it.
need to buy this game. Get it on PS4.
No joke. Like I'm not normally into games like that. Like I Team Fortress 2 is all right. I played it for a little bit, but I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah.
This game is nuts. Like I'm just like, start the next match already. Why do I have to wait
It's like-
this 2 minutes?
It's like, oh, the 8 seconds for respawn is the longest time in your
Oh,
life. It's like
my lord.
Because
Yeah.
I'm used to mashing A and like Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, it's not doing anything, but it feels like it makes it like the 2 is
Yeah.
like 2.
So the two,
Whoa.
I'm maining 2 characters.
Okay.
Are you done with your week?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll
we'll
just go
talk
straight
about
into mine.
Overwatch, I guess, for a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Overwatch is number one on my week here. So the two main characters, or the two characters that I'm maining right now, is Bastion, which pisses a lot of people off.
I love Bastion.
Bastion's my favorite.
Bastion's
because
so good.
I don't know if you ever played Awesome Knots.
I've not. I know what it is, though. I've
Okay,
never played
well,
it.
there's a character in that, I forget his name, but he's like this toad that rides around in this tank.
Yeah.
And he's really slow, and he's really fat, and he's a giant target, and he's easily, like, you can easily shoot him. But his ability is he bunkers down and turns into a turret, and it's just like bat, 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 bat,
Yeah.
and does tons of damage. Bastion is that exact same kind of character, and I love it.
Yeah.
Because it leaves you wide open. Like, everybody can just be like, there you are, pep,
Yeah.
pep, pep. But if you can do it properly, you can just be like...
I played a game with 3 Bastions, a Torbjorn and a Reinhardt, and it was
no.
like everyone. It was like 2 minutes 30 seconds, and like half the people left, and I was like,
Yeah.
I
But
get-
yeah, dude, Bastion's amazing. I like the fact that he can turn into a little tank,
Yeah.
too.
His regular gun does a lot of damage, though.
Yeah,
Like, his
it
regular
does.
is
It's
just
not.
like-
It's
like
not bad as
scout
far as
mode.
DPS goes. And then the other person I'm really really happy with is Junkrat.
Okay, I hated Junkrat, and then
Okay.
I started playing him and Roadhog, because like these characters look really stupid, and then it's like I like these characters.
Junkrat is amazing because of his just regular weapon.
Yeah.
Cody, can you be quiet for a second?
I know.
We're trying to talk
have a
Overwatch,
podcast.
and you're just being really rude.
Well, I haven't played it, so I'm like listening. I'm like, and you guys are just talking me into leaving here and buying the
Yeah,
game.
seriously.
Then I did the ninja, and I did double jump, and I threw shurikens, and then I was like, oh, I took my sword out, and I killed them all. And you're like, ah.
And then here comes Diva, the Japanese pop idol who drives a giant mech. And
She's actually an esports star, but anyway.
Oh, that's amazing. She's hilarious though. She's so funny.
She is so meta.
Yeah.
It's like
It's legit.
mhm.
You
You know, she's
Tabby is in love with May.
yeah.
The
May's
second
cool.
she saw May, she was just like, "That is the character I will use. I will use this character because it is my character."
I hate
She fell in love with her.
I hate fighting May, but I like her but it's because it's like I use Genji and McCree, so it's like I have to get close to do damage.
One
It
of
just
May's
sucks.
like later costumes, like the really high end costumes, her boots are just abominable snowman faces.
Yeah.
And Tabby saw that and she was just like, "Oh, I need this for my
Do
life."
you have to unlock it or,
I
or
yeah,
buy it?
I
You
got
have
one.
to unlock it.
I got one of Bastion's later ones, the one where he's like Woodbot.
Yeah.
The one where he's like teal and like I was like, oh, that's so good.
The one I'm using right now is the one where he's like old and rusted and he's
Yeah.
got grass coming out
That's
of
good.
him,
That's
but
a
he's
good
still
one.
got his little bird on his shoulder,
Yeah.
but he's got the nest with the eggs in it on his other shoulder.
Yeah.
And they don't fall off. He's just like, there's just a bird.
Wow.
So funny.
So,
Game is delicious. I love it. I'll go ahead and hit on the other two things I was going to talk about
Okay.
for my week. Number one, Ninja Gaiden for the NES. I played that.
oh, nice.
I fired that up on my original NES, and I love that game. That game controls so well, and it is super duper hard. But man, is it satisfying when you do well in that game. Because the
Dark
enemies,
Souls.
it's literally like side scroller 8-bit Dark Souls, and it's magical.
That sounds
I love it.
terrifying.
It's really hard. It's really really hard, but it's fun. Once you get down the cadences and once you get down like how to manage your sword and the distances and stuff,
Right.
so good. Another thing. So I usually listen to work. I usually listen to music while I'm at work. But this week I found something kind of cool. It's called the No Sleep Podcast.
Huh.
And basically what it is it's like a high-end production. Have you ever been on Reddit's No Sleep forum?
No.
People submit like ghost stories or horror stories, scary stories
Okay.
of all kinds.
So it's like creepypasta in audio form.
Kind of.
Okay.
But it's basically what they do is they go onto the No Sleep forums, they find the best stories they can, and they hire professional like audiobook readers to read these
Okay.
horror stories
Wow.
with like a little bit of music and a little bit of ambience in the background and stuff. So
Okay.
I've been listening to just horror story after horror story, scary stories all day while I'm
Nice.
at work, and it's amazing because it makes time fly by. But at the same time, like if my boss comes up to tap me on the shoulder, I'm like, "Ah!
Get away!
She's like, what did I do? I'm like, sorry, it's
Get back, Satan!
Yeah, but it's amazing. I really enjoy it. So that's pretty much it for my
Awesome.
week.
I
Nice.
sometimes I fall into holes or like the hole of creepypasta where it's like I didn't need sleep tonight.
Yeah.
But that doesn't affect you. But it's like I can only take like 6 or 7, and I'm like I'm done.
Yeah.
I gotta go pee. So it's like I gotta.
I showed Tabby a couple of them, and she really liked them.
Yeah.
There's a couple that aren't super good. Like there are a couple of duds on some of the episodes, but then there are a couple where you're just like staring off into the distance, like I don't like this at all. Oh my god. But anyway, cool.
Yeah.
So eventful weeks for everyone. It sounds like.
Woo. I will continue to play Overwatch for probably the next
until I die.
Dude, there's gonna be DLC characters eventually.
Oh,
probably.
really?
I assume.
I hope so.
Like with anything like with Blizzard related, they're probably gonna add some kind of.
You know what?
Like,
but if it is Blizzard stuff, they're gonna add like 2 new characters total.
yeah, that's fine.
So
They'll probably add because I know that's an odd number for support, or it's not like there's only 5.
there's only 4 for healers, isn't there?
There's only 4 support and 5 tanks. So I think they'll add 2 more support and 1 more tank, and I think they'll be done.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Awesome. So that was good.
Yes.
Good discussion here.
Weeks.
We're gonna go straight into everyone's favorite segment, Cody's favorite segment, the quick list.
Quick! Gotta warm up.
Quick. It's the quick mower. Awesome. So the quick list for this week should be fun. We're going to talk about our top 5 most memorable / influential NPCs in video games.
It's a fun one.
Non-playable characters.
Non-playable characters, for those who don't know what NPC stands for. These are basically anyone who you cannot control. Now, some NPCs eventually later on become playable characters.
Right.
But I feel like if they started as NPCs and they were NPCs in a game that you experienced, then that still counts.
Sure.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll
go.
Okay.
All right.
I was about to be like, you should go, Brian, because you went last. But okay.
All right, here we go. So number 5, I put Claptrap from Borderlands.
Wow.
I love me some Claptrap. Eventually, Claptrap became playable in Borderlands the pre-sequel. I never played the pre-sequel, so that doesn't count to me.
Yeah.
But Claptrap in Borderlands 2 is so funny. The dialogue was so well written. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Not the Donkey Kong villain.
No, not Claptrap with K.
I always get that. So I was like, what? Oh, okay.
Claptrap from Borderlands.
Wow.
Greetings.
I never
traveler.
realized that.
All right.
That's immediately what I thought of.
I know. They're the little like.
I hate them so much because you can't roll into them, or they'll be like,
because they'll claptrap.
They'll clap you.
Number 4, I put Victor Sullivan from the Uncharted series.
Nice.
Because mustache and stogies. That dude has some of the best dialogue ever with Nathan Drake. Their back and forth is like unmatched in that game. Like Drake and Elena is good. Drake and Flynn was really good. Drake even with Sam was really good, but nothing beats Drake and Sully.
Yeah.
So funny.
Sully's. Yeah, he's good.
My favorite thing ever is I think it's Uncharted 2, like when you go in Drake's little notebook, it says he's got like a list of top 3 scariest things. One is like skulls, second is like clowns, and third it says Sully's mustache.
Yeah.
So funny.
His notebook is like, I think, my favorite thing in those games.
Because
he's like,
funny.
oh, look at this scary skeleton. He's like, skeleton's gonna kill you. It's like it's like stuff that I would write in my notebook.
So number 3, I put Solaire of Astoria from Dark Souls.
Yes.
He is the delightful fellow who coined the phrase "jolly cooperation."
Isn't he Sunbro?
He is the original Sunbro.
Wow.
Yes.
I
he's
found
like
him.
the poster boy for "Do you even praise the sun?" Like,
wow.
Praise
The original.
sun.
Yeah,
'Cause that meme has gone so far.
I know, it's amazing. Tabby actually bought me a shirt. It says Super Sun Bros 2, and it's just the cover of Super Mario Brothers 2, but instead of Mario, it's just a Solaire, but in the art style of Super Mario. And it's so funny.
Is
Oh
the
my
is the
gosh.
sun on his chest the angry sun from Mario 3?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's a missed opportunity.
But anyway, yeah. So let's see. Number 2, I put the Resident Evil 4 merchant
Nice.
because
What are you buying?
What
are you
selling? I'll buy it at a high price. What just happened?
Did you guys
We did not coordinate that.
Did you guys practice that?
No, we did not.
Wow.
Oh, I feel really awkward
That
now.
was awesome.
That was magical.
That's the best. Someone's gonna isolate that and be like, yes.
I witnessed that.
That was magical. Oh, so funny. Okay, before I hit number 1,
Yes.
Oh man.
I've got some honorable mentions. I put Tiny Tina from Borderlands 2. You
Yes.
guys probably haven't played her.
I know who she is
or
though.
seen her. Yeah, she's hilarious. Professor Egad from Luigi's Mansion.
yes.
That dude is
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
And,
Suki.
yeah.
His
And then
little-
Rush from the Mega Man series.
Okay.
nice.
Super cool.
Not Rush
dog.
Limbaugh.
Yes. It's like,
From the
we
Mega-
need to stop Wily from creating all these robot masters.
Just like in the background.
All right, and then number 1, my all-time favorite NPC ever, even though you eventually could play as him, which is whatever, Calypso from the Twisted Metal series.
Nice.
That dude is a punk. He is so mean. Basically, if you don't know who that is, Twisted Metal is a car combat game where it's like you pick cars, you've got weapons on them and stuff.
Okay.
Calypso hosts this tournament with the car combat. It's called Twisted Metal. And whoever wins, Calypso basically has like the power of a genie. He can grant any one wish. So if you win, he'll give you any one wish that you want. But he's such a tool about it. Like if you don't ask the exact right way
How do you
to
ask?
wish,
You type it?
no, he does. Each character you pick in the game has their own ending.
Oh
And they're like, I want this, and then he warps it to like for example, I don't think this is in the game, but if like somebody was like, I want to be the most beautiful person on the planet, he'll be like, okay, here you go, and then he kills everyone else on the planet.
Wow.
It's like, I want $1 billion, and it's like, here's $1 billion deer.
Yeah, like, that kind of
Wow.
thing. However, really quick side note, in Twisted Metal 1, Hammerhead is one of the characters. It's just a monster truck that was stolen by 2 teenagers.
Yeah.
That's one of the characters. When they win, he's like, you can have anything in the world that you want. And they're like, we need new tires for our monster truck.
And he's
And
like,
he's like, you can have anything. And you're asking for new tires. They're like, it's expensive, bro.
Wow.
It's amazing.
and he's like,
And then the credits roll, and you're like, that was hilarious.
mess that
Price
up.
of rubber
Pat.
these days.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, yeah, that's my quick list.
Nice. You go, Cody.
Nice.
I'll
All
put
right.
you on the spot.
Put me on the spot. So my number 5 is from Super Mario Sunshine, the Piantas.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I always was fascinated with those.
Wow.
I mean, they literally just like choke when they're speaking. But also, they're all just so chill. They're
Yeah.
on this island, just hanging around. You can bounce on their head endlessly,
Yeah.
like a trampoline.
And they don't care.
They get kind of mad.
And then
like,
you talk to them, and they're
"Ah."
like, what's up, dude?
Yeah, for real. Immediately after, because I always do that. I'll punch them or something, and then I'll speak to them. Like, what are you gonna say?
It's like,
They're
welcome
like,
to Pianta Village. You're like, ah.
I would love to hang out at Pianta Village. I love that.
Isle Delfino
Oh, yeah.
is like
Oh, yeah.
such a great place.
Well, dude, let's vacation there. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Let's go.
Let's go
Done.
get our whatever that water cleaning machine is and
Flood.
clean it up.
I just want to hear
See
that.
how
I don't know if
memorable that
it's,
is
is it
to
a ukulele?
Yeah.
That's like such
And-
happy music.
Belly hopping everywhere on the
Yeah,
island.
for real.
This is the fastest way to go.
It really is because you
It
can
is.
slide on anything. It doesn't even make sense.
That's how you beat
like, what is
Shadow
friction?
Mario.
I would love to see that happen in real life.
Yeah.
Just having a conversation with, hey man, I gotta go. All right, I'll see you later. He just turns around and starts going hop, 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 hop down the street,
like-
Wow.
just
it's
slamming
like-
his stomach into the cement. Just,
It's not even like he's planking. It's like he's sticking his stomach out. It's like,
yeah. All right, what's your number 4,
so
man?
good, so good. Okay, so the Kikwis from Skyward Sword.
nice
Legends of
choice.
Zelda.
Oh,
Skyward
all
Sword. They're the inhabitants of Farin Wood, and they're just so freaking adorable. They're, I mean, Kiwi. It's literally the word kiwi with another K put in there, like just because it's more
Kiwi.
cute.
They are nice.
And they've got like they're like butt shaped, like their legs are like their butt. Like,
they
they're
look
the-
like a butt.
they're the
to be
funniest
honest.
shape, and then they have these like backpack pods on their back that open up into plants, so they can like lay on the ground and hide under them.
That's amazing.
That big dude is like
Yeah,
my
and the
favorite. The
king
big Kikwi is
yeah.
like, oh, I'm a Kikwi.
It's crazy. Must weigh like I don't know,
12
700 pounds.
Oh. I mean,
1,200.
He's a plant.
No, he's
so it's like-
humongous.
he's a plant. So, I
I
mean,
th-
it's
he's-
like-
yeah.
he's just hollow.
I, I hope there's no brain,
Yeah.
just nothing. So my number 3 is actually I have 2 potential ones from this game. It's
Aw.
Minecraft.
Okay.
Okay.
And there are brief stories that go behind these. The first one I'll give you is I'm gonna call it Villager Massacre.
Okay.
Oh.
And I mean the villager NPCs are
Yeah.
they kind of spawn randomly in these organized little towns or villages, and you can go up to them and you can go in their houses.
Yeah.
You can trade with them and speak with them and stuff. So I used to create private servers with my brothers, and we would do like the three of us on different towers playing on our own private server. We would always do it survival just because it's more fun.
Yeah.
There was a time when we were just like running in a direction and just trying to find. I always am trying to find the mushroom lands because they're so hard to find. Or the what's it called, mushroom biome.
Yeah.
We were sprinting, and my one brother was far ahead of me, and we were on our headsets, and he was saying something, and he just stopped, and he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And I was like, "What is going on?" And he was just like freaking out. At one point, he was like yelling because apparently things were frightening him. I came up over this hill. We're in the desert. I came up over this hill, and I can see this village on the ground, and I see his name down there. He's in the village moving around, and I just see all these villagers running, and there's like a wave of spiders and zombies just mowing over the village. And every time a zombie gets up to a villager, he bites it, and that villager becomes a zombie. So, and then there's just more and more zombies. And my brother got stuck in the center of the town. He like barricaded himself inside a building, and he was stuck. And I watched the whole thing happen.
That's hilarious.
From above. It was terrifying. So I always think about that because
It's awesome.
It was scary. It was scary stuff.
It's amazing.
And then creepers, of course.
Of course.
Exploding on you.
Creepers are hilarious.
There was
Such a
there was
good
a funny
enemy.
time where one of them did what I always call the Batman drop. In underground, where they have those large open like ravines, and there's like just endless lava, like a river of lava going. There was a mine shaft that went up to that and then like just stopped abruptly, and you stop at the edge and you look over and you can see it down there.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know was, as I was standing there were other mine shaft levels all around that area, like above it. So apparently there was a creeper above me that I turned around, my back now to the lava, jumps down in front of me. I had nowhere to go. He explodes. I'm in the lava. All my diamond stuff gets melted in the lava. It was terrible.
Dead.
So
It's amazing.
creepers,
I love it.
Awesome.
no fun.
Number 2?
Number 2 is the box-holding pedestrians from all the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
I swear, they are coded to whenever you are sprinting down the middle of the street, they automatically spawn streets ahead of you and come out in like
Just waves.
9 or 10 of them will come in a line. They're just looking identical, and when you run into them, in addition to them like losing it and dropping their boxes, they knock you over.
Yeah.
The most annoying NPCs ever.
That's amazing.
Those are memorable in the wrong way.
In the worst way.
For real.
In the best way.
My number 1 is another 2-part answer, both from the same game, Arkham Knight.
Okay.
The most recent or second most recent? Has there been another one?
Nope. Arkham Knight is the most recent
That's
one.
what I thought. Okay. The one boss toward the end of the game, Professor Pig.
Huh.
I never fought him.
I
never made it that
played
far.
the game.
It was a side quest, so you don't have to fight him.
Okay.
But I
Interesting.
did, and I honestly I don't even think I ever beat him. Basically, you do a couple small things around the city where you're like investigating murders or something in the city, and then eventually you get enough clues to lead you to his lair. You go down into like the back basement of this butcher shop.
Yeah.
And in this like open I don't even know what it is. Open basement with all these windows around. You're just walking around looking at this guy. He's this large butcher with a pig mask singing opera at the like top of his lungs with opera music playing in the background, and he's just got a butcher knife and he's just going to town, and he creates like these undead doll things.
Nice.
It's like the most terrifying
That's
thing.
amazing.
It's-
That sounds
it's a
awesome.
crazy
Sounds like
boss.
a
I'm really sad
Dead
we-
Right.
I
That
never
sounds
got
more
there.
like a Dead Rising.
Yeah, like a
psycho.
psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Heck yeah.
I think that is a Dead Rising psycho.
I know.
Anyway.
that gave me nightmares. And the other part to that one, of course, is the Joker, which is
Absolutely.
a really, really brilliant piece of that game. I don't want to give anything about it away to anyone who's hasn't played it yet, but it's just really brilliant what they do with that character. And,
Sure.
Wait, the Joker's
probably-
in a Batman game?
Yeah,
That's
for
weird.
real.
Oh, I can't play it now. It's ruined.
Ruined because Connor's a Joker hipster.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't do it.
Based on what they had done in those previous games, like how they played the Joker card in that game, I was just like, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it was awesome.
it's
I'm
too
just glad
cool.
they got Mark Hamill back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Connor, you're up.
Yes, it's me. I am the one. So number 5. For the life of me, I did not want to put this character on the list,
Okay.
but it just every time I was trying to think of like most memorable characters like this guy. It's like no, I don't like that guy. This guy. It's like no. It's like okay. So I put him on there. Tingle from Zelda.
Oh,
Yes.
Every time I try to think of a better character, it's like no, Tingle just popped in my brain. I was like all right,
the
Tingle.
worst. Is Tingle on all 5 of your spots?
No, he should be, but like
Tingle, tingle,
like,
tingle,
I'm trying
tingle.
to think of
It's
another
the
one.
Tingle from the different
But
games, though. It's
Tingle,
each
Tingle
one.
from Majora's Mask, and dude, Tingle from Majora's Mask is worse than Wind Waker Tingle because he looks more like human.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't like it.
Number 4, Barrett from FF7.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't count because he is kind of semi-playable.
Yeah,
but I
well-
kind of as an NPC.
Yeah.
I love Barrett because he's man with a gun arm, and he's like he's like the reality check. He's like, are y'all serious trying to go through like it's
Fun
I love
fact:
him.
Barrett is totally playable, but I'll let it slide because Barrett is
I know.
awesome.
Well, it's like, oh yeah, he is. Oh, at the end of the game.
It's all right.
Whatever.
No
Supporting
worries.
cast, whatever. Who
all
cares?
good. Who cares? Barrett's awesome.
Barrett's amazing. Really looking forward to seeing him in the remake.
Yes.
Number 3, Garrus. I love Garrus.
Garrus is also playable.
Is he really? I thought I could. I never beat Mass Effect 2, so
Just kidding. No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
I just
Oh.
wanted to see what you'd say.
well, it's because I
No,
haven't-
he's just a supporting character.
Okay.
He can be in your
I thought it'd be
team,
like,
but he is an
what?
NPC.
It's like, oh,
Tingle
man.
is also playable.
I was like, I get one.
And-
I get one mulligan. Actually, he is.
In Tingle Theft
in
Auto.
Tingle, it's a Japanese only release.
No!
Called Tingle's Wonderful Rupee Land or something.
Wow.
But I'm not gonna count it.
I don't want that at all.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Garrus
the
is
worst.
dope.
Garrus is amazing. Number 2, the Senator from Metal Gear Rising.
Okay.
So I'm kind of gonna spoil the last boss, but that game's not very heavy on the story, so it doesn't really matter. So you fight the Senator of like Arizona, and he's like, I could have gone pro if I hadn't joined the Navy. And he's like, nanomachine, son. And he's like, he fights you, and it's the best because it's just the Senator with a health bar at the top like right corner or bottom corner, and it's the best boss fight in the game because it's
hilarious.
like and he's like balding, like middle aged, but he's like super buff. It's the best.
That's amazing.
Number 1, I put the Merchant from Resident Evil 4.
Perfect.
So
Great minds think alike.
we can't do the whole shtick again.
Yeah. No, that was a
Yeah, so-
one-time magical deal.
But just like I want to dress up as a guy sometime.
Yeah.
Because I love the Merchant.
Oh, dude, have you seen Mega 64 do
I've-
the Resident Evil Merchant?
No.
He just hangs outside of a mall dressed
I
as a
have
Resident
seen
Evil
that.
Merchant, and
Yeah.
he just goes up to people being like, "What are you buying?"
What are you selling?
He's like, "Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger."
That-
and one
that-
guy goes, "What do you got?" And he's like, "Things."
Wow.
I'll buy it at a high
Yeah,
price.
he
Because
goes-
that's one of the only like actually
He goes up to
impressions I can do.
that pizza window. He's like, "What are you selling?" They're like, "Pizza." He's like, I'll buy it at a high price." Super funny.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Awesome.
I should
Well, that
totally
was a
work on it.
really, really not quick list.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Guest episodes are long, people. Get used to it.
So we're going to move straight on into our mini-boss segment.
Woo.
And the mini-boss segment for this week is games we couldn't beat as kids, but we can now, or vice versa,
Yeah.
if you've got those.
I
So,
do.
I do not. Everything that I can beat, or everything I could beat then, I can beat now. So.
Okay. You just want to like, we'll just go through some of them.
Sure,
I
yeah.
guess I'll start.
Free flow, go ahead.
So, this is a game I could beat as a kid, but I couldn't beat it as an adult for all the wrong reasons.
Okay.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Aw,
I could beat it as an adult.
but you're just not
I'm never
gonna.
going to touch that game ever again.
But it's so good.
It's terrible.
It's Shadow the Hedgehog.
I enjoyed that game a lot when I was 12.
Rated E for 10.
Yeah.
For 10 out of 10.
Rated E for only 10-year-olds.
Rated E for...
It's like, if you guys haven't played that game, I'm sure everyone knows about that game now. It's terrible.
Dude, we finally got McKay to take it. McKay's
Yeah?
books. We tried to turn it in 2 different times, and they kept giving it
Wow.
back to us, and the stuff they couldn't take.
I think I saw that copy because they were selling it for like 15 or 20
Yeah,
bucks.
and they
it was
finally
like,
took it, and we were like, finally!
That's like,
this
Got
curse-
him.
This curse upon the house is gone.
It's
Wow.
like, not only does that game it's just really overly edgy for no reason.
Oh, it's just like trying to be like,
Yeah,
because he's the black hedgehog, which means he's super angsty.
it's like the black arms. The aliens are called black arms. Or it's just,
Shadow the Hedgehog listens to MCR.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, game sucks. No,
Yeah.
not only is it really edgy, it doesn't run well at all.
Yeah,
It's like if there's more than 4 enemies on the screen, it's like
and
my GameCube made that sound.
Sonic games have to run well.
Ha! Because he's the fastest thing alive.
Yeah, so good.
Sonic-
I'm gonna throw one out here.
Sonic's dead.
Ninja Gaiden for the NES. Couldn't beat that as a kid if I had a gun pointed to my head.
Wow.
I'd have been like, do this, kid, or your whole family's going to get taken away from you. I'd be like, well, bye, everyone.
Sorry, we had some good times, but
Luckily, I know how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so I'll be good.
Oh, man.
You guys got a hose? I can use that for drinking water.
it's like, well, I can walk to school, so all right, we're good.
Yep. Anyway, that game, I couldn't beat that as a kid at all, but I can dominate that game now.
Can you? Have you beaten it?
I genuinely give all the credit to Dark Souls teaching me the patience of punishment in video games. Because when I was a kid, I would play it, I kept dying, and I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna play something I can beat.
Yeah.
Like track and field.
Can you though?
Yeah,
Beat track and field?
of course I can.
Oh, you can?
I can
Okay.
beat all of them.
You can beat me in track and field.
I can.
Unless that one event that we did at whatever, and I was like, I did it.
Yeah,
That's all I need. That's all I needed. So I could beat him in one game in track and field.
But anyway, yeah, Ninja Gaiden. I don't know if either of you guys have played it on NES.
I have
No.
not.
That game is so freaking cool.
I have not for the reason you were speaking of.
It's super fun to play though.
Yeah.
If you guys played it now, it would be a lot more fun than
Okay.
the horror stories you heard as children, being like, it's too hard, nobody should play it. So
Okay.
I recommend if you ever get a chance.
All right.
I'll probably pick up a card eventually.
Or you could just play mine.
No.
That way you don't have to spend money on it
Nope.
if you don't like it.
Nope.
Oh, okay, sorry. I won't.
I love
I won't give you logical.
I love wasting money. It's my
You're like,
favorite.
Connor, dude, you're burning a $5 bill as we speak.
Did you need that second copy of Overwatch? No, I didn't, but I wanted it.
That's my wall copy.
You
You
can't
got one,
have it,
Cody?
Claim it. Oh, yeah.
It's my wall copy.
For real. So a game I could not beat as a kid, Donkey Kong 64.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
for like just being ridiculously long, or like being too hard.
It's a
or-
long game. There was a lot of that game has a lot of. I mean, it introduces the characters slowly, and then there's a lot of times where you have to very strategically change to certain characters. And I just very particularly remember, losing interest because of how complicated the
Yeah.
character system was when I was like 8 or 9.
sure.
Yeah.
And then I remember going back to it a couple years ago and playing through. I was like, this game is amazing.
Yeah.
Just crushing it.
Oh yeah.
Because I know a lot of people go back to the game and they're like, well, this game sucks. But it's interesting you go back and you actually like it.
I love it, and I think I remembered the entire Donkey Kong rap as well. When,
That's
when
amazing.
the game turned on.
DK.
For real, yeah.
Donkey Kong, he's the leader of the bunch.
Stop it.
Dragon Power Podcast.
Those were part of the original lyrics.
Wow, did you know they snuck that in?
Some producer was like, hey, let's just keep it Donkey Kong related, all right?
I really like Dragons.
Let's
Power,
not
so
bring in
just-
the best podcast on the internet
Oh.
just yet.
Oh, now we're getting let it go to our heads.
I'm excited. We've got like 2 or 3 followers.
We've
that's,
got, like,
that's enough, right? We're on top of the world.
My mom watches every week.
Perfect.
Watches
Watches the audio podcast.
She's like,
She watches the waveform on SoundCloud.
She just hits mute and it's like,
All right, you got another one?
yeah. So Paper Mario.
The first one on 64?
No,
Or
GameCube
1,000 Year
one.
Door?
This one I kind of cheated because I didn't beat. It's like I took like a 5-year gap, so I wasn't really an adult. But like this is a game I couldn't beat as a kid, but can beat now.
Okay.
So whatever. But that game is really long, and I think there's just so many games coming out. Or I think I got the Wii or something.
Oh, I
'Cause
see.
that was a later GameCube game, and
Sure.
I think I was playing a lot of Wii games or something. And I eventually went back and beat it. That game is really long, and the ending sequence is super hard if you're not
Yeah,
prepared.
I remember that.
It's like traditional RPG level hard. where
That
you're,
game is
like,
so good, though.
Yeah.
so
We've talked about it a million
I
times
know
on the podcast.
we love
but
this game. Have you ever played it, Cody?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
1,000
so
Year
I feel
Door
like
is the
I'm
stuff.
going to give you my copy.
Paper
and-
Mario 1 is like, oh my god, yes, and then 1,000 Year Door is just like, how is
It's-
this
It just like
good?
doubles the
Yeah.
glory.
For real.
Yeah.
Sequels shouldn't be that good.
I know.
Well, it's like I was about to say, video game sequels are some of the only sequels in media that are almost consistently better than the original.
Mhm.
Like in most ways, like
That's fair.
Like take Sonic, well, in most, but like Sonic 1 versus Sonic 2, or
And
like,
then Sonic 3 and compared to Sonic
yeah,
2.
it's just like sequels in general are almost like always better.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so let's see here. Sticking with my NES theme, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original one.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, anyway, we'll get on that later.
The I don't know if any of our listeners know about this. They probably do, but if they played it, the infamous dam level,
Yes.
where you have to jump in the water and you have to avoid the electric, like sea amoeba or whatever,
Oh,
I just want to
yeah.
see someone.
disarm the bombs.
Oh my God, I
want to
forgot
see.
about that.
I want to see someone do a no damage playthrough of that. Or
Well, the
ro-
thing
or
is
robot.
I can get through that whole section now with like maybe getting hit once or twice.
Yeah.
Because my adult brain is way more capable of handling like the physics of how
Yeah.
you float and drop in the water. But back as a kid, dude, I was just like, why would they do this to me?
Is that the one where on the box art every turtle's Raphael?
Yeah,
Were
because
they-
back in the day they were all one color.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't do the like back in the graphic novel era. They didn't have
Okay.
like the fun individual colors.
So did they make that before they made the cartoon, the NES?
I
game?
think that came out like right around the
Okay.
time that was like a
Interesting.
thing. I think
'Cause-
that's why they made that choice for the cover art.
Okay, because I was remember looking at it, and was like, why is everyone Raphael? I was like, that's not right.
But it is funny because in the actual game, they all have their individual colors.
That's weird.
So, I don't know.
NES Box Art.
Yeah,
My
super
favorite.
good. Makes all the sense in the world.
That Mega
Looking
Man,
at you,
though.
Mega Man,
That boss.
Man with gun, orange and blue.
looking like he's got scoliosis and he smelled something bad.
He's like, oh.
He's like,
My favorite thing isn't Mega Man, but it's there's a bridge and there's a palm tree on the bridge and like on like the left, and it's my favorite. I was like, what? It's like it's my
that's
favorite
Palm Tree
part.
Bridge, bro. Have you ever
Sorry.
been there?
But it's massive.
Yeah.
It's like the bridge is in the distance and the palm tree is like drawn like proportion, and the palm tree looks like it'd be like 200 to 200 feet tall, and it's amazing. It's like
All right, Cody, you got another one, brother?
Yes, I do. When I was a kid, I always kind of, I was hardcore Super Smash Bros. 64, and I would
This guy.
I would always like slam time into trying to 1v3 3 level 9s,
Oh yeah.
and I could never do it as a kid. And then once I reached the age of like, I want to say like 16 or 17, it was just like I could do it with one hand. Like,
nice.
and I think, honestly, I think what it was is not that I was getting so much better at the game, but because of games like Melee, and then when 3 and 4 even came, the speed of the game increased so much
Yeah.
that going back to 64, if you can like slow your reflexes and get the timing, you can just like,
Oh yeah.
you can really manipulate
You
it.
just
Absolutely.
you just camp him out and mess
Right.
with the AI.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you're like, oh,
as a kid, those level 9s are hard as anything.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, I play those level 9s and feel like I'm playing a toddler.
oh yeah.
Just because of how much more in depth the coding is for,
Sure.
for
Well,
computer characters.
It's like, well, not to toot my own horn, but it's like think how I feel because I played Smash and now level 9s are like, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
I
All
don't
right,
wanna brag a little bit.
let's do one more each.
I'll do. I couldn't beat as a kid, but beat later. Metroid Prime 2. So I love Metroid Prime 2, and it's one of my favorite games on the GameCube. I think it's better than the original, but there's a segment at the end where you have to like go through all the worlds and find keys,
Mm-hmm.
and this is kind of before like walkthroughs and stuff. Like I could look it up like on like GameFAQs, but it's kind of hard to because I didn't know which ones I had. If I had done it from the start, I could go sequentially, but I didn't know which ones I had, which
Sure.
ones I had, and like video stuff like wasn't a big thing back in like 2005 or 4 that came out. So I just kind of gave up on that because I was like I can't find it, and I went back and I beat it.
That's awesome.
Long story short, it's a good game.
That's amazing.
Everyone, it's well now I don't know. It's about equal. Metroid Prime 1 and 2, they're both and 3. Honestly, they're all such good games.
I'm just glad they released them as just like a standalone
Yeah.
trilogy.
I like the GameCube
Yeah.
controls better. But for 1 and 2, but for 3, like it's built around that.
Sure.
So obviously, I can't play GameCube controls with 3, but you know.
Awesome. All right, last one for me is The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare on Super Nintendo.
Nice.
I remember that.
That game is painfully difficult.
Yeah.
That game is way too hard. Is way harder than it has any right being. And as a kid, I think it's just a matter of like the randomness of it. There's no rhyme or reason to make the pieces of paper show up to jump on and then go do the mini games, and then the mini games
Right.
were super hard. Just
Nice.
like, man, this game is so hard. But then I got another copy and I played it recently, and I was just like, just smoke this game. Like, what is even happening? Blah 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 blah. Bart got an A on his paper.
Yeah.
Take that, parents.
First time in history.
Yeah.
That's
All
nice.
thanks to me.
Hey,
All right. Last game, Cody.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. What were we gonna say?
on a side note, you see those little fox statues you have over there?
Yes.
You should paint one of them to be Fox McCloud.
That's up to Tabby. Those are hers.
You should tell Tabby to do that.
I can't tell Tabby to do anything.
Boom.
You should ask her to do that.
I can say that Connor said that he wants you to do that, and she can make the decision
Yes.
accordingly.
Connor has suggested.
I have strongly suggested that you should do this because it would be awesome.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's worded much better.
So this was an interesting one that came to my mind. This is a game I could beat as a kid, but can't now.
Okay.
The original NES Mario game.
Really?
Whoa, okay.
That
game does get pretty hard.
I breezed that. I mean, not the first times I played it, but like
Sure.
in my childhood, I would go through it and like I just knew the levels by heart.
Yeah.
I went back recently because you can get them like on the Wii and the Wii U now. I guess emulated or however they have it.
You can find it literally anywhere.
And I just can't, like, the feel of it is so wrong. Like, it's not what I want it to be. It's unnatural.
Yeah, interesting.
I can't
That's
do
hilarious.
it. I get like 2 levels in and I've lost all my lives. Like I get to underground and then I'm done.
I still remember what all the warps are. Like,
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Well, yeah, I could skip levels and warp, but
Tabby had never seen those before.
Really?
And when I got the cart
No
of
way.
the original Super Mario, I was like, check this out. And I showed her, and she was just like, what is happening? What is happening?
you just broke her mind.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Wasn't it? I think it was the Lost Levels where if you tried to do the warp, it would send you back to like level 1 or something.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I think it
There
was
were
like,
trick
"Aw,"
warps.
I
Super
love it.
funny.
They were.
That was a good mini boss segment.
Yeah.
If there are games that you could beat as a kid and can't beat now, I say we make that happen.
We salute
make that
you.
a goal,
Yeah.
right?
For
go
those
back.
about to play games they couldn't beat as a kid, we salute you.
No!
I love that AC/DC song.
Awesome. So right now we are going to go into the news.
Nerd.
Pause.
Nerd.
Pause.
Oh, I was about to be like, yo, I got the news, and we're really being newsy today. And yeah.
Awesome.
There we go.
So I've got the news this week. Let's see here. What do we got? Good stuff. That's all we've got is good
Oh,
stuff.
well, okay. Next segment, I
All
guess.
So Overwatch, speaking of Overwatch, Blizzard has perma-banned over 1,500 people,
I love it.
and the number keeps climbing. So anybody who is cheating in Overwatch is immediately banned. Like, their account is stricken from the record Overwatch-wise.
You mean like
And they've done it
hacking,
multiple
or-
times.
That's the thing. I was
Yeah.
going to say multiple times in some cases, meaning they cannot play Overwatch.
How are
anymore.
they cheating? They're doing
Aim
glitches or
bots.
hacking?
There are
or-
aimbots. There are
Wall
there are
hacks.
programs that are designed to
Oh,
aim
I
better
see.
for you and all that jazz. And if they detect that, like, even people are using VPNs, which is what you use to avoid being detected. And
Wow.
Blizzard is still finding people.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is there are people out there that are like, well, screw it, I'll just go buy a different copy. They do, and then Blizzard bans them again immediately.
It's on their account.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's so
I
fantastic
love it.
that they're
I
doing
love
that.
it.
I love when cheaters get their comeuppance. Dude.
Yeah.
I hate people who are. How is that even fun?
It's like, oh,
this
I can.
game's playing for me.
I hit forward on the control stick and the R right trigger, and I
Yeah,
won.
and everybody dies. Like, I hate that garbage, man.
It's
so
like
stupid.
one of the best part of video games is feeling yourself getting better at the video game. And
Exactly.
if you just start off where it's like, oh, I just cheat. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like what's the
And
point?
And
Yeah.
it really ruins it for other
other people.
For other people too, where it's like,
Yeah.
well,
I
I'm
remember
just not
playing like Call of Duty Black Ops, and people would do like the tear gas glitches where
Yeah.
they drop tear gas and then it never leaves from that area. The rest of the game on that map, if you go there,
Yeah.
you just choke.
So, yeah, I think that's great. Good job,
Yeah.
Blizzard. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
fantastic.
love
keeping it clean because the game is amazing, and I don't want people to
Yeah.
not be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Although there's not really much of a, I guess it's for those kind of shooters. There's not really much of a penalty for like rage quitting though.
No, that doesn't matter.
Which I mean, it doesn't matter as much as like
Whatever,
freaking
because they will
cheating.
just bring a brand new person in. There's
But-
always a person waiting
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
wings to be put into the game if somebody quits.
Yeah,
Oh, they have-
I think it's more of like a thing in fighting games though.
No,
where
rage
it's
quitting
like,
is a fighting game
Oh
problem.
yeah,
because it's 1v1.
I think it's all game problem. But
Anyway,
it's more a problem than others. Anyway,
Up next, there is a rumored Xbox One VR headset to be at E3,
Oh no.
Nice.
which is a little confusing because from my understanding, with other rumors that I've heard, is that Microsoft is trying to make the Xbox Scorpio.
That's a good name.
That's the name. That's their like the project name for the new Xbox One. That's apparently supposed to be 4 times more powerful than the one that's already out.
1.5.
Basically, they're trying to make it set up to where it can house Oculus.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if that's what that is, or if they're going to do their own proprietary headset.
It's just gonna be a green Oculus. That's it.
Well, that's fine.
With a big 1 on it. Not like that. Not like the word, but like just a big letter number.
If they really team it with Oculus, I'll be impressed.
That'd be
and
cool.
happy.
I mean, they already got Oculus as far as PC goes. So Microsoft's
true.
already got the partnership PC-wise,
Yeah.
so it would just be a matter of being
Yeah.
like, oh, do it on Xbox also, and they'd be like, okay.
So,
All right, up next, Star Wars Battlefront 3 fan remake.
Ooh.
Developer says it's been approved for release on Steam.
Wow.
So the original intended Star Wars Battlefront 3 that got canceled and canned,
Yeah.
some developer took the original project, finished it, and just got clearance to release it on Steam.
Because I know they got
That means it's got to be that good.
Disney is going to shut it down with one email. I guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
No.
They're going to be like,
But
dear
not in-
whoever,
but-
we are Disney. You are not. Cease and desist. Bye-bye now.
unless Disney's
Signed,
I don't
Walt.
know. Signed Walt from the grave.
From the cryo chamber.
Yeah.
I saw a comic that was Disney on Ice. It was Donald Duck and like, a coffin on an ice rink.
That's
That's
amazing.
It's terrible.
Okay, also, up next, someone almost broke Doom's Snap Map feature by
Ooh.
creating a full playable MOBA on it.
Whoa!
It's got shops, it's got super abilities, it's got teams, it's got like lanes and everything. It's like a full-scale MOBA using Doom, the most recent Doom's map creator and editor.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the dude put a ton of work into it.
Like that's the stuff I love. Like on Halo, like you see a lot with Halo too.
Mm-hmm.
I
I actually just saw a Halo custom level today where they're just fighting in a giant toilet bowl.
exactly.
Like
my
in
my,
a monstrous toilet
my
bowl.
point. My
amazing.
point exactly. Where it's like
Just a bunch of little Spartans just being like, yeah, trying to push each other down the hole in the toilet. It's super funny.
it's like well, I used to make my own like maps. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to make like sword arenas where we'd like set it to 40%.
Is it like your
no-
Connor level on Smash 4?
It's not actually.
That's my favorite level of all time.
I have a level in Smash 4 because I was like, I'll try out the thing. I was like, I'll just write my name or whatever because
That's
you
so
can use
good.
a gamepad and it's
so
the
funny.
worst level because there's like, cause I mean like my name like if you spell out Connor, there's not a lot of surface area for you to walk on, and it registers even less. So it's like everyone's just slip sliding through the N's and the O's and it's amazing.
Oh, dude, we
Wow.
played on it. I remember we were playing Smash, and he was like, you go ahead and pick the level. And he was like, please don't pick that one. It's
Wow.
terrible.
Like I go over to custom levels, it's like no,
And I was like, we are fighting on your name right now. Oh, it was
it's
so
awesome.
good. Anyway,
I
okay.
spelled it really fancy too. Anyway,
Up next, the newest Fallout 4 DLC, Far Harbor. It just got an update, but
what? It just came out.
yeah, I know, but
Okay.
they just updated it to make it run smoother and whatnot.
Nice.
But you have to uninstall it and reinstall it for the update to apply. How annoying is that?
Why am I
That
just
doesn't
not
make any
Why am I
sense.
just not surprised? Like it just seems like something in Bethesda. It just happens. I don't know. Like all like the glitches in those games. It's like whatever.
I mean, if it avoids glitching, then yeah.
That shouldn't be a
but-
thing.
No, it shouldn't.
They
It
should be
shouldn't
able
work
to
like
just
that.
auto update and be able to start the game up.
Now they
agree.
need a patch for their patch. So
Yeah, pretty much.
it's like ugh.
Speaking of patches for their patches for their patches,
Oh, Division?
the Division
Oh no.
is a sad pile of games.
No.
I sold that and Mad Max this week to get Overwatch.
I saw a headline recently. It was like the Division's newest patch failed. We're looking into it. Oh, dude, I feel so bad for Ubisoft. They're floundering right now, dude.
Sorry.
They're just like everything's broken.
It's like it's just the thing that's supposed to fix it was like, nah, bro, we're done. Like
Super
I
funny.
want to play it so bad. I'm only like level 12. There's
Yeah.
still so much game.
just stop. Just
Yeah.
like wait.
Just,
I am.
just
I've
hold
waited.
off because eventually they'll either get around to fixing it or they're gonna give up.
Yeah.
and send
one of
checks to
those two.
everyone.
And
I think they're
either way,
just gonna give up. Be like, oh, look forward to the Division 2 where we fix the first game.
yeah, pretty much, which is kind of like Watch Dogs 2. All right, up next,
Ha!
Destiny. There's a Destiny event coming prior to E3, which I think is this upcoming Thursday, where they're going to be making announcements on the final expansion of the game,
Cool.
letting everybody know what they can look forward to for the remainder of the year.
They announced it was the final one.
Yeah, this is the last one
Okay.
before they focus all of their time, effort, and energy on Destiny 2,
Ooh.
Nice.
which should be coming out probably holiday 2017.
Next
All right.
week.
Oh, if only.
It's like, hey, Destiny 2. Like, oh,
Tabby would lose her mind.
it's like, hey, you know the expansion? It's the second game.
She bleeds Destiny, dude. That's her jam.
That's great.
All right, you will be happy with this. $500 million plus have been pledged to games on Kickstarter
Nice.
since the very first game Kickstarter happened. And
I-
on over, I think it's over 8,000 gaming projects.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, my brain took a little bit to.
$500 million.
That's a lot of money.
$500 million.
I would love a $500,000, like 500,
of
a half
the
$1 billion.
community's hard-earned
Yeah.
money towards games that we wanted to see get made.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that platform that we can vote with our money. Be
Yeah,
like I
exactly.
want this to happen, and big publishers can be like, oh, the fans don't want this. Yes, we do. No, they don't. And then it's like they
It
put it on
goes-
Kickstarter, and we're like, yes, we do.
Yep.
And they can't say.
Oh,
anything
okay.
about it.
Speaking of Kickstarter, have you seen the new trailer for Mighty Number 9?
What a pile.
Cry like an anime fan on prom night.
No joke. Like, I watched that and I was so mad that is how they are, like, that's how they're presenting their game that's almost out. If they had
Comes out, like,
not
next month.
released that trailer, oh, by the way, the game does not look good anymore.
It doesn't?
It looks
Yeah,
cheap. It looks cheaply made. And they're like showing off stuff that people don't want to do. They're like, look at all these sick combos. And it's like, I don't want a combo. I want to play Mega Man. I mean, I know I can't play Mega Man. It's going to be Mighty Number 9, but I don't want to dash into everyone. I watched the gameplay footage. All he does is dash into people and chain
Yeah.
combos. He doesn't even use his gun very much. So,
I'm so sad.
and then that trailer, just that announcer. Oh, dude, I hope that dude.
oh, hey
gets,
guys, did you want
like,
more
a-
awesome in your awesome? It's like,
I want that dude to get a boil on his butt cheek, so where he can't sit down
He
properly.
can't sit down and record lines anymore.
I hope
He'll have
not.
to stand up and be uncomfortable and maybe deliver lines better.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, up next. This is actually the last piece of news I've got.
nice.
I won't say his name. If you want to look it up, you
Uwe
can
Boll.
Google.
Oh, it's
But Street Fighter player, professional Street Fighter player, was banned from the Pro Tour and Evo for sexual harassment for this year, next year, and possibly 2018 as well.
Ooh.
Wow.
They said it was an isolated incident, but they don't tolerate that type of behavior.
As you shouldn't.
Absolutely. So
Shut it down.
They shut him down big time.
Holy cow.
And he took to social media to be like, we were all just having a good time. I don't know why. The girl was laughing, so everything was good, blah, blah, blah. Like, just total run-of-the-mill, I'm an idiot, and
Yeah.
can't just own up to being
Yeah.
a tool. So, yeah, so that guy,
Sucks for him. Just
whatever.
kidding, it doesn't.
who cares? I don't care what happens to that guy. So, yeah, that was the news for this week. Some good stuff, I feel.
Yeah.
Newsy.
I liked it. Now we are going to go into the final boss segment. And
Final.
the final boss segment for this week was chosen by our bearded guest, Cody.
That's me.
And he wanted to just talk video game music in general.
Yeah, it's it's a really incredible phenomenon. Kind of like, when you think about media, there are certain types of media that are like individualized. Like music is its own thing.
Sure.
If you want to talk about like drama or straight play, acting sort of thing,
Yeah.
that's its own like form. But I love it when different art forms are combined. Then
Absolutely.
it enhances it.
Why not?
Like a
I like milk. I like cereal. Put them together.
There you go. And with technology, constantly improving since talking video game life, I guess, back from the 60s and 70s, and then, of course, into the 80s when it really picked up.
Sure.
Music was also constantly,
Evolving.
being revolutionized in different ways. And I love that so many video game companies, and a lot of my favorite ones or overseas. That's just because I'm a Nintendo kid. That's my
Nice.
That's my own
I
fault.
like this
but I love that they put so much time and effort into what happens behind the game.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like in most cases just background music.
Yeah.
Koji Kondo's my boy.
Oh, Koji's the
I love
best.
you, dude. I was learning Mute City on guitar this week actually. No way, that's
I am one letter away from Koji. I am one letter away. Like I'm so close to him, he doesn't even
Koji.
realize it.
nice. he knows, but it's like
That's amazing.
just kidding. Just look at Sorry. Anyway, Koji's amazing. It's like in some cases, I like when games do interesting things with music. Like for instance, like when Mario, like when you get Yoshi, it adds like it adds bongos and
Yeah.
like sunshine. It's amazing. One of my favorite instances is in Metal Gear Rising because I'm going to bring it up because I'm a Metal Gear nerd.
Do it.
Is whenever you're doing really well against a boss, power vocals kick in, and you're like,
The music
"Oh!"
kicks
It's
in, right?
Like,
It's like it
well,
starts getting
no,
heavy.
they always have like the instrumentals, and then where it's
Oh,
like,
but vocals show up when you're doing really
it's
well.
like on like the last 25% of their health, it's like da, 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 da. It's like it's amazing because you're like, oh, I'm doing it, I'm swinging my sword around, I'm doing the ninja thing. It's like, and then I won, and then it's so good.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I bought that game because of the soundtrack. It's like that's how powerful video game music can be.
music really shapes certain games, especially Kester from the Flock of Geeks podcast.
Shout out to them.
He made a really good point as far as Final Fantasy VI is concerned, or
Okay.
Final Fantasy III in the States or whatever. But he said that game is really good, but it would not be nearly as good if it did not have the soundtrack.
Yeah, I
If
get
you
that.
take the soundtrack from that game as well as various other games, the game would still be able to hold its own as just like a solid playable game.
Yeah.
But music really enhances the experience to such a different level. And I love that about video game music, especially since, back in the day, people were working with very limited tech for music.
Sure.
Yeah.
Atari was
Yeah.
Atari just sounded like someone working on an engine. It was just like, and then we got into the 8-bit era where they were finally starting to like make songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Then 16-bit and so on and so forth. Then we started getting into real songs being used.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we've got full-on symphony orchestras. We've got people with
Yes.
full-time jobs as music
Video game
I
musicians.
love it.
It's like
video game music musicians. And it's fantastic. But now we're at an era where it's like we have all this technology, but now we're starting to use 8-bit stuff again.
Brendan brought that up on one of our episodes where it's like people spend so much time like that. It comes like the 8-bit sound comes as a default for most programs.
Yeah.
And it's like
It's
crazy.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's like now we get the best of all worlds.
Yeah.
Where back in the day, it's like that's what we had available to us to jam out to some, The Moon on DuckTales.
Right.
But now we've got, the remaster where we get to hear all of the really good epic instrumentals as well as the old school stuff.
Yeah.
So I've talked about this game 100 million thousand times on this podcast because of the music. But Donkey Kong Country, the first one, is a musical masterpiece, and nothing. It's like I get a warm fuzzy in my tummy because of that game, because of the music. I don't know what it is. That game dictates the atmosphere for me, or the music dictates the atmosphere for me. in that game.
16-bit, right?
Yeah, it was 16-bit.
Yeah.
It's like, can you imagine like any aquatic level with just like this thrash motor? You're
Yeah.
like, this is a different feel.
Or if it was just like really like happy, like boom, 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 or something like really cheesy. Like I couldn't even imagine how different that game would be if they didn't take the risks
Right.
with
Yeah.
like the song choices for
Yeah.
those levels.
It's so good.
Well, I mean, and oftentimes there are people on the production team that'll have their, they'll dip their feet in all different, departments
Mhm.
working on things,
Yeah.
or even sometimes it is just a very small, like there are indie games, of course, where it's one or two guys that like do the majority of the work.
Yeah, there were 3 people who did the entire soundtrack for Donkey Kong Country 3.
Yeah, I
It was
love
just
that.
3 people.
That's
That's mind blowing.
it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Because they created like a never-ending, everlasting memories
In
for
a 16-bit
absolutely.
game,
millions of kids forever.
it was
Yeah.
like usually a 5-piece, almost like jazz
yeah.
quintet.
Yeah.
I was
Nice.
like, these sounds are coming through.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. Even down to
crazy.
the dude when you were playing the level select music
love
on
it.
your keyboard
I
during
love
band
it.
practice, I was dying. It was so funny. Blank, blank, dun, blank, dun,
Yep.
dun, 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 dun. I was like, yes. Anyone who's listening right now is just like, and they've derailed.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah.
Barbershop style.
Very
Now,
poorly.
as far as music goes in nowadays games, what would you say has stood out to you? Because I feel like nowadays gamers, at least from like the PlayStation 3 to Xbox 360 era forward, maybe
Right.
even a little bit of PS2, GameCube, original Xbox, kids who started playing during that era were spoiled
Yeah.
to the fullest because they had full-on like licensed tracks. They had MP3s with the ability to have full bands and full orchestrated pieces.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's real easy, even for me, as a gamer who grew up with like all the old beep bops and boop boops, to really just take nowadays game music for granted. So is there any like games that have come out recently that have like stuck out to you and just been like, man, the music in this game is so good?
Yeah. Doom actually.
Oh yeah,
Doom has the music in that. It's almost like a mix of like metal and dubstep, or like electronic. I guess. It's not
Really?
dubstep. It's more like on the metal side, but it has like blah 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 blah. Like it has like.
And you wouldn't
EDM.
think it would fit with the atmosphere, but it creates the atmosphere.
But it's perfect if you think of it like as a game point, because you got demons, you got like cyber technology. Like most people think, if you're thinking of like demons, you think like thrash metal.
And you're playing as the Doom guy, who's the most rip-roaringest, rootinest, tootinest
Rip and
marine
tear.
in all of Mars.
Rootness, toteness.
I just picture him with 2 6-shooters just being like,
Yeah, somebody like, I'll get you a rabbit or whatever.
Yosemite Doom guy.
But like that does a lot for like setting the game's tone. Like you boot it up and it's like safety warning, so it's like da 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 da, and it does all the cool stuff like in the intro, and you're like,
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting into, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the like I love Overwatch, but that is one of the games in recent history that has just made me just smile like so many times. It's like I tore that guy's arm off and beat him with it.
You know what game or series, especially the 4th one, but the Uncharted games have some really epic moments with their music. Even just the Uncharted theme song, like the main menu music, is just so triumphant. It's like, you're about to get into some sweet adventure.
I haven't played that series, but I know a lot of the music because of how like popular it is.
Yeah,
like, that soundtrack
it's
is
great. You should borrow my
I need to.
Uncharted
Yeah,
collection.
you have the collection.
Yeah, you have that one.
Beautiful.
I need to borrow 4, by the way.
Oh, I traded it in. You took forever. Sorry. I offered it to you like 2.5 weeks ago.
But I was like, I still have to beat 3, and then I beat 3, and whatever. I don't care. I'll just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Look at what you've done. I'm just
sorry.
kidding.
I'll go halfsies.
Ooh.
Maybe. Well, let's wait a couple months until you finish it, and then we'll like price drop, and
That's
then
fair.
we'll think about it.
There you go. Yeah. I just figured I just beat the game.
Welcome to Saving Money Power with your
Saving Money
host,
Power.
Dollar and Cent.
So anything else you want to touch on, brother?
As far as tracks go, soundtracks, The Last of Us is probably a modern one that really blew my mind.
What like an interesting, creative, unique soundtrack. I don't know if you ever watched the making of documentary.
I did. Super innovative.
That dude, like, what a good choice. Being like, hey man, you crazy weirdo, make our music and make it weird and amazing.
You know that instrument, that ancient instrument that you know how to play that no one else on this planet knows how to play?
What it is?
Do you know what a throat sing?
Yeah. Dude, like, The Last of Us is a masterpiece, and the music definitely contributes to that because of how, not because of how like present it is, but because of how like little it's in the game.
Yeah.
It emphasizes so much better and so much more because it's not as
very subtle
consistent.
ideas.
Dark Souls does that, where like it has very little music until you get to like a boss or something cool's happening.
You get to the boss, you know it's going down.
Wow.
It's just like oh. Diddle, 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 diddle.
Speaking of, I still have not beaten the first
Me neither.
Bloodborne boss.
Bloodborne.
I've gotten to him twice.
Oh yeah.
Every other time I die at those wolves.
beat the
though.
Remember, after you die from him once, you go back to the Hunter's Dream. Sorry, folks. You go back to the... I got to help him out here. You go back to the Hunter's Dream, and you get the small resonant bell and all that jazz so you can summon people to help you.
Oh, I did get that bell. Wait, can I summon him at the boss?
You can summon them anywhere. You can summon them at the beginning and have a couple of people help you fight through all the bad guys all the way up to the boss.
So
Oh,
you're,
that's right.
So you're lucky because you can do that, but I can't do that in Dark Souls because no one plays that anymore.
Yeah, nobody plays Dark Souls on the Xbox
So
360.
I'm
Brian, you're
just
just gonna
gonna-
get a text from me sometime and be like, "Can you help me beat this boss?"
I can. I totally can.
That's amazing.
Because you can do password protected summons.
Wow.
So back in the day, you had to guess. You had to be
Oh.
okay. I'm in this area. I'm gonna put down my summon sign. Let me know if you see it. And then you'd see your friend's summon sign. You run over to it, and he'd
Oh.
be like, "All right, I'm coming to your game." And you're like, "But wait, I didn't summon you." And it's like, "Oh, I'm going to someone else's game."
wow.
Dang it! This sucks. It was hard.
Let's reel it back.
They
here,
made it a little
guys.
better this
Yeah,
time.
we're going
Yeah,
off.
it's
All right.
like we're going off, and anyway.
I like Crash Bandicoot. So wait, what
I
were we
also like
yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. Does that have good? It has. Yeah, it has. I think it has.
Crash
Speaking of
Bandicoot
Naughty
has some
Dog,
fun music.
It's been a while since I've played Crash Bandicoot. My only memories of Crash Bandicoot are like in my doctor's office with the volume really low. But okay.
Oh, hey, you know what game? Really quick, I'll throw this out here. You know what game series has music that definitely makes the atmosphere more insane and definitely
What's
fills the
Guilty Gear.
is well, of course, Guilty
okay, I
Gear,
was about to be like.
but Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
this whole symphony. It's
Yeah.
Like,
Like, you're jumping from planet to planet, and the music totally complements that to the fullest.
One of my favorite things from that is like people who actually know what gravity. I like
Oh yeah.
physics dudes.
Sure.
Like actually explain like what playing with this small of gravity would do, and it's really funny. But anyway, music's really good.
That's amazing.
I actually had to look. I downloaded all of those scores which were released, and
Yeah.
I like looked at to understand like melodically why that is what it is, and like how he used certain scale patterns to create this very open feeling thing.
Yeah.
And that's why it feels so spacey and,
That's
and
awesome.
universal. It's
I love that stuff,
a
man.
great soundtrack.
I do want to kind of bring this up because this is to me like if I think of video game music, I think of this series. It's Zelda. Like
Oh yeah.
to me, it's like I can think of more memorable Zelda songs than like any other series
Yeah.
like out there.
The themes are so
And-
iconic.
Yeah, and we're talking about how I don't think like even going back to the NES days where you had one song for the overworld and it just looped and it's like like that song's good. Like I don't
Yeah.
like they designed it really well. And
Yeah.
it's like oh
Well, that's awesome.
Agreed.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, video game music is delicious. I love it.
I
And
love eating it because it
Yeah.
tastes good to my ears.
It's like peanut butter in your ears.
That's a
Mhm.
sentence I said.
So, awesome. We're gonna move straight on into our free DLC segment this week, and this is going to be fun. So we did this last week, and we said we wanted to do it with the
Was
guests.
it last
so,
week?
Yeah.
Oh, my brain's sorry. I thought we did like 2 weeks ago or something.
No. It might have been. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna play a game, and I will be the game master, and you two are gonna compete.
Oh, so I throw
So-
my phone on the floor.
What's going to happen is I have this random video game name generator. It is going to pull up a random video game name. I have to describe it to you in 3 to 5 words without
Wow.
using words in the title, characters, items, power-ups, or anything that will just give it away instantaneously.
Are you just gonna go with whatever comes up, or are you gonna make sure it's one that
I get 2 rerolls.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And let's do like an example one, like
Oh, sure. So,
well, so it kind of gets what's going down.
yeah. I don't know. No, you'll get it. I trust.
Yeah.
Trust
No,
me,
it
you'll
makes
get
sense.
it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
do.
makes
I'll do it
sense.
with Connor first.
Yeah.
So you can see it,
I'm
and we'll go
the
back and forth and
example.
back and forth.
Cool.
So we're going to do. We'll do 3 each,
Okay.
and whoever has the most correct ones at the end wins.
And if we're tied, we'll do some cool.
We'll do a tiebreaker.
Where we
So-
fight. Where we do Happy Salmon.
Okay.
Yes.
To an hour.
Oh gosh, no.
That's an inside joke. Anyway.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
First game. Driving. Realistic. Lots of cars.
Forza.
Wrong.
Gran Turismo.
That was Gran Turismo.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I had like a 50-50 shot to get that.
All right, that's all I had.
That's
get-
fine.
Does he get a half a point? Is
He-
that a thing?
He does not. He gets the
you
wrong.
You just lose.
It was wrong. All right, Cody, you're up next.
Let's do it.
I love Forza.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Next game. Sequel. Funny. Puzzles. Robots.
Portal 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
Correct. Yeah. That was
Good
Portal
thinking.
2.
I can
Nice.
think of any-
Super good.
Also, I forgot to say, if it's in the series, it counts.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Like it's not Metal Gear 3, it's Metal Gear 2, Sons of Liberty.
It was helpful that he said sequel because I knew that there would be
Yeah.
more than
Multiple.
one game.
Okay. Connor.
Hey.
Newest. Team. Magic. Boy band.
Final Fantasy?
Can you
15.
Say, yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
I was like, boy band? I was like,
Boy
wait.
band.
Good job.
Like my brain
was
immediately went back to
That was
someone
great.
took a Backstreet Boys album and just photoshopped all faces of the
Wow.
FF15 cast.
Okay, Cody, you're up. Next game. Maps. Abilities. Suit. Alone. 3D.
Alone. That's what's throwing me off the most. That is tricky. Can I ask if 3D's in the name or
It's not. I can't use
I
words that are in
yeah.
the name. So,
Okay, I don't know.
all right, you give up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I the Doom?
No, it's Metroid Prime.
Dang
Metroid Prime. All
I was,
right.
to be fair, Doom and Metroid Prime are pretty close
Close.
together.
Good game though.
I don't know. I'm sorry if these aren't as good.
Oh no!
I
I mean,
apologize.
it's random.
I'm genuinely trying.
No,
to
that
do
was a
this.
good
I
one.
like this though.
That
I
was a
like.
good one.
I don't know. It's easy for Book Mario.
It's still 1-on-1.
All right, yeah.
So these are the last ones. So
Okay.
it's tied. We'll see what happens.
Oh. Okay.
Here we go.
Pressure's on.
Da
Dun, 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 dun.
da 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 da. Mortal Kombat.
Okay, Connor.
Hey, that's me. I'm Connor.
Scary. Cutting. Armor. Monsters. Trying to think of another one.
Scary cutting monster armors.
Stomping. That's the best I can come up with.
So scary cutting, monster armor, stomping.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know if you've played this or not, but
There's a. It's probably not it, but there's a PS1 game that's. No, that's not it.
5, 4, 3,
Onimusha.
2. Nope.
Okay.
It was Dead Space.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. I don't know. Armor.
Stomping.
You could. If you said space, I probably would have gotten it.
But that's in the title.
Oh. If you said outer space, dang it.
The space is in the
If
title.
you said
Outer blank.
dang it, that's hard. What about you guys said plasma cutter or like cutter or something? Anyway, whatever. Who
I
cares?
said cutting. Anyway, whatever. All right.
Whatever.
So, Cody, if you get this correct, you win.
All right.
Don't get it right.
All right.
I need that redemption shot.
Come up with a good one here.
Come up with a bad one. Like NBA 2K 2006.
Okay. All right. Combat. Dark. Sneaking.
Ooh.
I'm really trying to come up with some good ones here. There's all this dead space happening right now.
How are you guys doing, audience?
Yeah, seriously. Okay. So what did I have? I said combat, dark, sneaking, abilities.
Sneak King on the Xbox.
Oh god. Superhero.
Superhero.
Oh.
Oh,
I think I know what it is, actually.
I mean, is it Batman Arkham Asylum?
Yeah!
One of those?
I was like, it's probably
Wow.
Batman.
That's exactly what it is. Cody is the winner.
Before you
Ding,
said
ding,
that,
ding,
I thought
ding,
I was
ding,
going to
ding.
think Dishonored or one of those.
I was like,
Oh,
DSX or
Splinter Cell.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. Yeah,
Oh, dude, it
all
was
those.
harder. That's
That
hard.
was tough. That was
I'm
tough.
saying
That was
that's
harder
hard.
than last time.
I know. Sorry for all that dead space. I apologize to everybody.
I love it.
And-
Dead Space.
And with that punny pun,
Hey, you get some of it out.
that brings
Anyway.
us to the end of episode 22.
22.
Yeah.
I'll be 22. I'll be 22 next year.
So that was fun, Cody. Thanks for being on the
dude.
show with us
It was
today.
very
man.
fun.
Thanks for driving.
That was a lot of fun.
Thanks
Thanks for driving the 7 minutes.
Yeah, I know. You guys are welcome.
So I'll get through these really quick. If you liked what you heard today, please go check out all of our buddies on the various things they do. All of their links are in the description below. We've got the MultiTap Podcast, Flock of Geeks Gaming. We've got Brendan Dorman, a.k.a. Portarius Music. We've got Kmall and Keith the Human. And all of their links are below. They've got all kinds of goodies down in their worlds. So check them out. Give them some love and give us some love. Connor, what do you got for us?
So if you guys want to, hold on. I'm gonna mentally prepare myself so I don't screw it up.
You can do this.
Which I will eventually. So if you guys want to send us fan mail, tell us how awesome Cody's beard is. There's a picture. Send us a picture of Homer Simpson because I'm looking at him right now on Brian's desk. Or send us,
Send us a picture of your epic beard.
Or send us segment ideas or questions you have for me or Brian, because we'd love to answer those.
Yeah.
You can send it to dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com. What is that, Cody?
DragonPowerPodcast@gmail.com.
What is that, Brian?
That's dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.codysbeard. I mean, com.com. Sorry.
Sorry, Freudian stuff.
I've got
there.
low blood sugar. I was just looking at it. It just came in there. All right.
Anyway, so if you guys want to follow us on Twitter or Facebook, on Twitter it's @DragonPowerCast.
Yeah.
Did it.
Nailed it.
And on Facebook it's Dragon Power Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we will be on iTunes soon and streaming soon.
Yeah, we should have
Once
some video stuff up
once we
eventually.
once we get some overlays and some YouTube stuff in the future, maybe
Yeah.
near future, depending on how streaming goes.
Yeah.
But look forward to that, guys. And if you like what you see or /hear, you guys just spread the word a little bit.
Absolutely. Please give us some love. Give our friends some love. We will be back next Monday with a brand new action-packed episode 23, full of fun, merriment, and gloriousness. So stay tuned for that. We hope to see you there. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you for joining us on the Dragon Power Podcast.